Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for stopping by. Let's get into this amazing Guyanese style lunch that I made for myself today. Alright, so let's start by making our dal first. So I already have my dal in my pot with some water, and to that I will add some onions, garlic with peppers. I would add some green seasoning. I will go in with some curry powder, turmeric, and some geera or cumin. And I will add some seasoning to add some flavor and taste to the dal. We will just stir this well and allow it to simmer until the peas is nice and tender. After about 45 minutes, the peas is now tender. What I like to do is go in with my immersion blender and blend to a nice smooth consistency. Once it's nicely blended, we'll go ahead and taste, make sure it suits our liking. And for me, this is too thick, so I went in with a little bit of water just to thin it out a bit, and it was the perfect consistency. Now I will go ahead and chunky the dal. This is the last step, and you cannot skip this step because then it won't be dal, it will just be split pea soup. So we will roast some garlic and some whole geera or cumin. We will roast it until it's nice and brown. Once it becomes brown, we will dump it into our dal, cover, and once we remove the cover, we will give it a stir, and that's it. Our dal is done. We can turn the heat off and set this aside. Now let's prepare our fried karela. To a preheated pot, I will add my tomatoes, onions, garlic, and some fresh green onions and parsley. We'll mix well and allow it to go for about 2 to 3 minutes. So now I'll add my karela, and we'll add a bit of seasoning to add flavor and taste to it. I will leave all the seasonings and the ingredients that I use here in my description box for those that are interested. Now once we add the seasoning, you want to give it a good mix, and we'll set the lid on and allow it to go for about 10 minutes or so, just to allow it to steam and soften up a bit before I show you the next step. I did left my karela in the natural state because I like it bitter. But if you don't like the bitterness, feel free to do it, however you prefer. After about 10 minutes, as you can see, this has wilted and softened up a bit. And we will give it a good stir now, but it still needs to cook down some more because I like my karela a bit crispy when I'm eating it with a dal. So I will allow this to go for another 10 to 15 minutes, stirring occasionally just to make sure nothing is burning at the bottom. And you also want to make sure that it's being cooked evenly. After it's cooked down for another 10 to 15 minutes, we will add a bit of salt because after I tasted it, it felt like it needed some more taste, so I add some more salt, and that's it. This is basically done. Now let me show you how I make my crab choka. If you've never had crab choka before, today I'm going to show you how to make it. So today I'll be using some lump crab meat, and I did remove it from the jar. This is what the jar looks like. It's 16 ounces, which is 1 pound. Now I will transfer it to my baking dish and just loosen it up a bit because as you can see, it has a bit of clumps in there. And then I will add some lemon juice, fresh lemon juice, and I'll go in with some seasoning. For the seasonings, I will be using some Old Bay complete seasoning and some black pepper. Super simple. I always say to never over season your seafood because it's already salty and you don't want to overpower it with too much seasoning. So what we'll do next is place this into our oven on broil and broil it for about 5 minutes. While it's in the oven, we will heat some butter up. You want to heat this up real hot, and once your crab meat comes out of the oven, we will add some tomatoes, some garlic and wiri peppers, as well as some onions and some scallions. We will go in with that hot butter over top of our vegetables. And what this does is help to partially cook the vegetables. And that's exactly what you want. We will give everything a good toss. And that's it, guys. That's how you make crab choka. It is very delicious with some dhal. You guys have to try it. Now let me plate everything up and show you all the finished product. And here you have it, my Guyanese style lunch that I made for myself. This was my craving. I was craving this, and I'm always cooking for the family, for my husband, for somebody, but I never cook anything just for me. So this here was just for me, and I truly enjoyed it. I hope you all give this recipe a try. If you enjoy my video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it, and leave a comment down below. I will leave all the ingredients down in my description box, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support, and as always, mwah, enjoy.